All right, guys, welcome to 2020 and to a new decade. Today, we're going to talk about how to achieve absolutely anything you want this year. And all you're going to need is a few simple things. You're going to need some lemons, some books, which I'll put in the description, some Spring Dragon Chinese longevity tea, a juicer, some athletic greens, ashwagandha, microbiome master, and some alpha brain memory and focus. I'm just fucking with you, dude. You don't need any of that stuff. While I do use some of this stuff, that's why I have it, you certainly don't need 8 green juices a day, 3 hours of meditation, a beach walk, and an audiobook to make sure that you achieve your goals. You just need to follow the 3 simple steps that I'm about to share with you. And you're probably gonna think it's bullshit, how simple it really is, but as humans, we just overcomplicate things so much to the point where we don't get anything done. So if that resonates with you and all these other years you have just let them slip by and you haven't really achieved all the things that you want to achieve and you want a very, very simple formula to follow this year to make sure that that doesn't happen again, keep watching. At the end of the video, I'm also going to give away some free resources for you, so make sure you check those out. Step number 1, write down the goal in detail, and I mean a lot of detail. Saying that you want to be a YouTuber is not specific enough. How many subscribers do you want? Saying that you want to be rich isn't specific enough. How much money do you want to make? Saying that you want to get in shape isn't clear enough. How do you want to look and how do you want to feel? You get the point. Be extremely detailed and put pen to paper. If you successfully complete this step, you're already ahead of most people whose dreams remain just that. Dreams that never make it out of their brain and onto paper. Step number 2. Now that you've written down your goal, it's time to write down everything that you need to do to achieve that goal. And this is what most people shy away from. They want all the results but have absolutely no idea or no plan of how they're going to get there. If you know the steps that you need to take in order to reach your goal, that's great. Write them down in detail, step by step. But if you don't yet know how to achieve your goal, then don't stress. The answer is pretty simple. Find someone with the results that you want and learn from them. If the goal is to build a profitable online business using YouTube or learn to trade and invest, I have experience in both of those and can recommend some resources for you in the description. Regardless of whatever your goal is, find someone that has the results that you want, learn from them, and write down step by step what you need to do in order to reach that goal. Step number 3, and this will seem painfully simple, but bear with me. Take action on everything that you wrote down in step number 2. And I know what you're thinking, it's not that simple, but trust me, it is. Write down what you want in detail, write down the steps that you need to get there, and take action on those steps. So why is it so fucking hard then? Because we're human, and while the human mind is brilliant, it's also complex. It's wired to keep us safe, and it will do anything that it needs for that to happen. Problem is, almost everything to do with starting a business, putting yourself out there online, achieving big goals, feels uncomfortable at some point. The good news is, you can rewire your brain to overcome almost any limiting pattern. Whether it's procrastination, fear, insecurity, laziness, whatever it is that's standing in the way of you taking actions on the steps that you wrote down in number 2, you have the ability to overcome all of it and create a mindset conducive to success. How do you do it? Well, it's going to take some learning and effort. I've spent about the last 10 years of my life reading books and consuming content that has helped create the mindset that I have today. I've linked my favorite resources in the description below for you to check out if you're interested. Let's recap. Step number 1, write down your goals in great detail. Step number 2, write down everything that you need to do to achieve those goals. And step number 3, take action on everything that you wrote down in step number 2. Told you it was painfully simple. If you're struggling with step number 2, it's okay. It's just a sign that there's a knowledge gap. The great thing is that at your fingertips right now is a platform for you to learn absolutely anything you want. Stop putting your dreams on the back burner and take advantage of that. Our ancestors weren't so lucky and didn't have access to information as easily as we do today. But in today's day and age, we have no excuse for letting a knowledge gap get in our way. It's not your fault that you don't already know it all, but it is your responsibility to learn if you truly want to achieve your goals. And if you're struggling with step number 3, don't stress. We all grow up with limiting beliefs and patterns that we learn throughout childhood. Once again, these are not our fault, but it is our responsibility to overcome. Problem is, school doesn't teach us anything about how to do this. And if we truly want to grow into the most confident, most focused, most fulfilled, most productive, and most successful version of ourselves, we have to prioritize self-development and cultivate a strong support system. Our brains are pretty damn stubborn though, and if we don't surround ourselves with supportive people, our brains will go back to their old ways. Change is pretty challenging, but you can make it so much easier on yourself with the right information and support. We are so lucky nowadays that it's so easy to connect with people with similar goals. If you're online, you can join a Facebook group in the click of a button. You can subscribe to a YouTube channel of people with similar interests. You can join a course or a forum in your local environment. You can go and hang out in places that people are going to be hanging out with similar goals to you, and go and talk to those people, connect with those people. You don't have to do everything alone, and you can make your journey so much easier by just going out and connecting with people with similar goals. Now that you know this simple 3-step formula and have an understanding of exactly what you need to do if you're stuck, it's time to get to work. Below, I've shared a free link to the identity mapping worksheet that I personally use and fill out at the beginning of each year to help me be intentional in my actions and achieve my goals. It's a new year, and every single day is a chance to create a new future, but nothing will change if you don't. So get to work and make 2020 your best year yet. Until next time.